No one can make an intelligent decision without being properly informed. This is why this world wants to control the media. This is why media hype can take you up, take you down. So you don't know anymore who's really good, because the media can make a wicked man look good and make a good man look evil. That is why
until the dawn. I can't quit. I'm like Saddam, keeping my eye on Clinton, watching each move he makes. Cause every slither he takes sort of reminds.
Man, I smack them around. I smack them around because I already know if I don't smack you, you're going to get smacked with one of them clubs or get beat upside the head with one of them guns, and they're going to step on you and do whatever they want to do to you. I'm going to get you now so you'll understand as you grow up. So we don't have that kind of love. Wow. And that kind of love got us in a terrible condition, that kind of lack of self-love. And the condition we exist in all over America, America's rich. And we poor. We've been poor since we've been here.
Right.
See, our communities don't reflect that there's love in our communities because there's no activity in our communities. We don't have restaurants and stores and stuff that we own that our people can patronize. There's other people who come in and they suck from us and they get rich and they call us nigger.
That's right.
They watch you when you come in the store.
Yes, they do.
I don't like to go in Korean stores.
Right. Okay.
I don't like to go nowhere where there's Koreans because they watching you to make sure you don't pick up nothing. I don't like that feel. I don't like to shop with white folks because they watch you as soon as you hit the door. Right. And while they watching you, their own people robbing them blind. They can't wait to see black people come to the store and them white thieves sitting around saying, "Oh, okay, now it's time to move." Because they're going to watch you. They ain't going to watch their own. Then when they close the books out at night, they're like, "Damn, we watched them all the way through the store. How we lose all this stuff?" Well, your own people was robbing you. Right. Because you got that sickness in your heart about the lie that you told about black people. Right. That we lazy, shiftless, and we all want to steal the chicken out the coop. So with that, I would like to say about Brother Herman, you know, this is a hard job.
Yes, it is.
And I want to say, you know, I got to say this because, you know, when you try to do a job like this in the Nation of Islam, you have to have support if you're married from your wife. Oftentimes, our wives don't want to support this because they know about the pain of the way black people treat black people. But it's a mission that has to be done. And when you accept that mission, then God gets in the mix. And then God is going to bless you. And He'll bless your wife and your children for their support of you trying to do the mission. Because nobody wants to talk to black people because black people don't like black people. So nobody loves us. And only God loved us because He came and got us and found us and raised one from us. So God loved us. And so when you take on that kind of mission, then that's the love of God in your heart for His people. And in that is a blessing. And so for any of us to want to do this kind of job, we have to have the support from our wives and our children. And oftentimes we don't get it, but when we do get it, and they grudgingly give it because it takes away time from them. It does. But if our wives submit to that, you'll find that God will enhance whatever you're doing. You know, He'll enhance you. He'll bless you. And then there are other marital things you have to work out on your own, but God will bless that union. You understand?
Sure.
And so, it's a hard job. And nobody wants to do it. So when you take it upon yourself to say, here am I, send me, then God blesses you.
That's right.
And anything that you do, you'll get a blessing out of it. Because your goal is the love that God has put in your heart for his people.
That's it.
Look around. Nobody wants us. We don't want ourselves.
Right.
So if we can come and get the love from the heart that God has given us to help us to see that we need to love ourselves, then self-improvement is going to follow that very quickly.
That's right.
So with that, I would like to say that Brother Herman is that kind of brother.
Yes.
You know, he's been doing it for a while. It's very hard on the wife and the children, but the wife and the children are hanging in there by the grace of Allah.
Praise Allah.
And I know y'all just got back from Puerto Rico. So see, you get a good vacation. You get to go to the sun and the fun, and you get to chill out. I know y'all been to Mexico, and you know, so God is blessing you.
That's
You
right.
understand? But it's a hard job. It's a hard job. You know, and you know, I lost a marriage like that because I was just too committed. So, you know, you have to, that person, you got to have that backbone with you. Because she's going to, if she back you, you good. And then God will bless you with whatever you need. And so the money's coming.
Yes.
Believe me, God is going to give us that money. But he got to get us ready for it, because if we don't get ready for it, we'll act worse than white folks. So with that, may Allah bless you as we bring our brother up to give us our lecture today. Self-love and self-improvement. Brother Herman Muhammad.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I bear witness that there is no God but Allah. I bear witness that Muhammad is his messenger. As Muslim followers of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, we thank and give praise to Allah for Moses, Abraham, and the Israelite prophets and the revelation of the Torah or the Old Testament. We thank and we praise Allah for Jesus and his disciples and the revelation of the Injil or the Gospel, the New Testament. We thank Allah for Prophet Muhammad ibn Abdullah 1400 years ago, and the revelation, of course, of the divine Holy Quran. May the peace and blessings of Allah be upon each and every one of these messengers of God. As students, of course, of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, we can never thank Allah enough for his intervention in our affairs, in the divine person of Master Father Muhammad,
Yes, sir.
whom we believe is the great Mahdi of the Muslims. We can never thank him enough for raising up in our midst a messenger, Messiah, an exalted Christ, the exalted
Yes,
Christ,
sir.
the most honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And lastly, but certainly not least, we can never thank Allah enough for leaving one in our midst, a divine reminder, comforter. And he's not just a reminder that God is coming, but he's a reminder that God is present.
Come on now. Come on
He's
now.
in the world.
That's right. That he's in the world.
Yeah, he's in the world and he's working right now, and he's a warner to the nations.
Yes.
The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan.
Yes, sir.
In their three holy and righteous names, and in the names of all of the prophets of God, we greet you in the nation's greetings of peace. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, sir.
How's everyone?
Fine, sir.
Praise
Yes,
be
sir.
to Allah.
Yes,
Praise
sir.
be to Allah. I too am doing fine by Allah's mercy and grace. Like Brother Gerald stated, our subject today is self-love.
Yes, sir.
Self-improvement, the basis for community development. And it came from just looking at the cover of this Final Call newspaper,
Yes, sir.
why you need to love yourself.
Come on.
Now, it's interesting because I was in the barbershop and, you know, there was a brother rifling through the Final Call. I got Final Call planted all around the barbershop. And so brothers and sisters are reading while they're waiting for haircuts, and he was reading through the paper, man, and I forgot what issue it was, but he was like, man, there ain't no good news in this paper.
Wow.
And I mean, what he was saying was the absolute truth. I said, you know what, brother, you right.
Yes.
I said, but look around you. You know what I mean? Brother Gerald just talking about Donald Trump, man. This dude just told the police, man, rough him up.
Okay.
Rough him up. Don't be so nice. Let them have it. And you know, that's all these racist demons.
Come on.
I mean, hell, they don't even need that sort of encouragement. But
That's
man,
right.
really,
That's
you get
right.
that sort of encouragement
That's right.
from the President of the United
Come on,
States?
sir.
Right.
Oh my God.
Come on.
Oh man, it's gonna be hell on the streets,
Yeah.
man.
Yes, sir.
And it's so bad because, you know, that's just one story. So the brass, the top brass of the police had to come behind him and say, hey man, we're not advocating that.
Come on.
You know, we're not advocating that. Then he turns around and he does a speech at the Boy Scouts.
Right.
He said some crazy stuff at the Boy Scouts.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. Yes, sir.
So the people from the Boy Scouts say, hey man, we can't advocate that. We not. So I say that to say, yeah, there's bad news, man, all throughout the papers and all. I mean, man, it's depressing.
That's right, it is.
And the saddest part about it is that usually you and I, you know, the black man and woman here in America and throughout the world, we always receive the brunt
That's right. That's
of
right.
that bad news.
That's
And
right.
we receive the worst of it.
Yes,
So
sir.
we have to cover it though in order to, and I was explaining that to the brother, we have to cover it in order to wake our people up.
That's exactly right.
We have to cover it.
We have to.
But, you know, then right behind it, I'm like, but here's an issue for you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why you need to love yourself? And if you have not read it yet, it's a beautiful article. There's a Sister Terry Williams, Sister Dr. Minister Ava Muhammad, she's in the paper. There's a Dr. Sekou Frazier, all dealing with the issues of why we need to love ourselves and how black people are the victims of PTSD.
Yes,
You
sir.
know, post-traumatic slave disorder,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
That's
sir.
what it is.
That's what it is.
You know, because all of our stress, if it's post-traumatic stress disorder, really is a result of our enslavement here in this country. You know, even some, you know, 100+ years up from slavery, so-called.
So-called.
So it's a wonderful read. You definitely need to pick that up and read that. We gotta sell that Final Call newspaper. But in regards to loving self, it's just so important. And I wanted to read something from myself, some books today, from this illustrious book, and everybody in this room has this
Yes,
book.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Message to the Black Man in America. And it appears on page 32, where the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad instructs us to first love yourself. And I just want to just read this because it's so powerful and it's so relevant even in this hour, even though this book was published in any historians in here? When was Message to the Black Man published?
1972, sir.
Not quite. Almost. Anybody else? 1965. This is when Message to the Black Man was published. We got Our Savior Has Arrived and Fall of America. Those books as a Savior's Day gift, I believe, Brother Joe, I believe in 1973. So they were published in 72.
Right. I know one of those.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. So, on page 32, this reads, and how y'all doing? Everybody all right?
Yes, sir.
So, this is a family affair today. We just gonna have some fun. And I'm not gonna be long, but I promise you I'm gonna do my best to be strong and help us to get some self-love and why we need some self-love.
That's
You know, I
right.
believe everybody in here got some self-love.
Of course we do.
First, love yourself. One of the gravest handicaps among the so-called Negroes is that there is no love for self, nor love for his or her own kind.
Come on.
This not having love for self is the root cause of hate. Dislike, disunity, disagreement, quarreling, betraying, stool pigeons, and fighting and killing one another. How can you be loved if you have not love for self?
Right.
And your own nation, and dislike being a member of your own, then what nation will trust your love and membership? I mean, that's a heavy question. You say of yourself, I love everybody. This cannot be true.
Right.
Love for self comes first.
First.
Right.
The Bible, the book that you claim to believe says, love the brotherhood.
Yes.
Love one another. Love of self comes first. The one who loves everybody is the one who does not love anyone.
Right.
That's right.
This is the false teaching of the Christians for the Christians' war against Christians. They have the Bible so twisted by adding in and taking out of the truth that it takes only God or one whom God has given the knowledge of the book to understand it. The Bible puts more stress upon the love for thy neighbor than the love for the brother. When asked, who is my neighbor? The answer was contrary and incorrect. Jesus' answer was that of two men who were on a journey. They were not from the same place. One was from Jerusalem, the other one was a Samaritan.
Yes, sir.
The Samaritan came to where the man from Jerusalem lay wounded by the robbers who had stripped him of his possessions. The Samaritan showed sympathy for the fellow traveler. He was not a neighbor in the sense of the word. A neighbor can be an enemy.
Yes,
Many
sir.
enemies live in the same neighborhood of a good neighbor. But the answer that Jesus gave was a futile one, which could be classified as a parable of the so-called Negroes and their slave masters.
Wow.
And if we are not familiar with that particular story, it was a man traveling on the road, right, from
sir.
Jerusalem to Jericho.
That's right.
And he fell upon thieves
Okay.
who hit him in his head
Yep.
and robbed him of his raiment
That's right.
and left him dying, wounded in the road.
Yes, sir.
Is that right?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
And then along came, who came first? It was a priest, is that right?
Yes, sir.
A priest came by and walked by on the other side. Then next came a Levite or a
Yes,
Jew.
Jew.
He came by and he had a little sympathy. He looked at him, but ultimately he left him lying in the road too.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Last came the Good Samaritan, who was traveling on the same road from Jerusalem to Jericho.
Thank you.
And he saw the man, and when he saw him, it was almost as if he recognized him,
Yes, sir.
Wow.
right? He picked him up, took him to an innkeeper, got some balm, put the wound in his head, right?
Yes, sir.
Left him there, and then he left instructions with the innkeeper. He gave him some money.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Paid him.
That's
Said,
right.
look, if this is not
That's
enough,
what he said.
I will repay you. I'll get you back, when I get back on my return.
That's right.
Oh man, a beautiful. Become one with him.
That's right. That's good.
Oh, that's
That's
heavy
good.
duty.
That's good.
I'm gonna read the definition. In Christianity, agape is the highest form of love. It encompasses our charitable love for our neighbors, our love of God, and God's love for us. Agape is sometimes contrasted with filial love. Filial.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Phileo.
Yes.
Filial love. That's brotherly love.
That's right.
Right? Whether it's Philadelphia, that's
That's
the city
right.
of brotherly love.
Yes,
Is that
sir.
right? And with eros
Yes.
love, which is romantic love. Eros, erotic.
Yes,
You
sir.
see, etymology is what we're dealing with. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Agape embraces a universal, unconditional love that transcends worldly ties and serves regardless of circumstance.
That's good.
That's heavy.
Yes, that's good.
That's heavy. Because, and so when we look at, like I was saying, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and his love for his teacher, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, it's that agape love.
Yes, sir.
But we should have such value for him because that transcends, that's the same love that he has for you and I.
Come on now.
Listen, it's that love between man and God, God and man.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Who is the original man?
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Come
He's
on.
the maker, the owner, the cream of the planet Earth, God of the universe. You and I, me and you are God.
Praise Him.
Yes,
That's
sir.
the type of love we have to have for one another.
That's good.
I mean, think that over. So we don't want to talk about, and let me just say something about romantic love. Because the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, he wrote in the same paper, well, he didn't write, but it was transcribed his words, "The Majesty of Master Father Muhammad." This appears on page 20 of this Final Call newspaper.
Yes,
He
sir.
talks about love. And he talks about the love that we have for one another, even in our romantic or married lives, even when we're choosing a mate. And let me just say this. A lot of times, because we don't love self properly,
Come on, sir.
we don't know how to choose the right
Come
mate.
on.
Right,
That's
right.
right.
That's real.
Say
On the
that.
right woman.
I mean, that's straight up because we choose with the wrong criteria.
Yes.
right. Go ahead.
That's
Is
good.
that right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
We choose because, brothers, y'all know what I'm talking about.
I do. Going through that.
She got a fat.
Yeah.
Come on.
We choose sisters because your shoulders is broad. That's a handsome man. I ain't never seen a fine black man like that.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
That's the reason why we choose.
Yes,
But that's so shallow.
It is shallow.
That's so shallow because that could be over within a twinkling of an eye.
Yes, sir.
You see what I'm saying? Because as fine as she is, look, if she don't have no
Come
self-love,
on.
See? Yeah.
huh?
Yeah,
If she don't have no self-love,
Go
but
ahead.
she love food,
Yes, sir.
she ain't gonna be fine for long.
That's right.
Cause she gonna be, instead of eating one meal every day, she gonna be eating one meal all day. And she having to really love ice cream. So the pounds being packed on, and all of a sudden, man,
Yes, sir.
hey, big Shanique would have done 8 little Shanique.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's the same thing with us, brothers, you know what I'm saying? We got that, we come and we all cut up, hey, we kill some weights, kill concrete. But then after a while, you look at him, he got that Dunlap. With his belly Dunlapped
That's horrible.
So that type of love, man, is that's silly.
Yes.
So the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is talking about that agape love to where you choose based upon, first off, your self-love.
Yes, sir.
Your self-love. And the fact that you love Allah, you love God.
That's good.
See, that's the only way you're going to be a complete person.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Is if you love God, you love Allah, you put Him first.
That's right.
Go ahead.
First.
Say that.
Yes,
But the
sir.
Holy Quran says that men and women are twin halves of a single being.
That's
All
right.
All right.
Now think that over.
Yes, sir.
So when you're twin halves of a single being and you love self, now what you looking for? You look, she treats me nice, she cooks me dinner, blah blah blah, and all that is beautiful.
Right.
But does she love God.
That's right.
Yes,
Come
sir.
on, sir.
Yes,
See, the criteria shouldn't be how much she loves you, believe it or not.
Come on, sir.
That's hard. That's hard for us to handle because, look, man, shoot, I want to be the sinner.
Right.
She can love you, she'll love God.
You did what I'm saying? I want to be the sinner. I can't front. We all, that's the selfishness that we born with, but that's immaturity.
Yes, it is.
The reality is, does she love
Come on,
God?
sir.
Yes.
Come on,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
That's right. That's
Say
right.
that.
Because if she loves God, look, if you're choose a man or choose a woman who loves God more than they love you.
Well said.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Well said.
Yes, sir.
And you, in turn, love God more than you love them.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that's right.
That's right.
And y'all meet in the middle.
That's
Yes,
right.
sir.
That's good. That's good.
That's how you choose.
Yes, sir.
According to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, because when he got up, y'all might not know this history, but when he accepted the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, his wife accepted first.
Yes, yes, sir.
He was still sitting there hemming and hawing trying to decide what it was that he was going to do.
Yes, sir.
His uncle had to nudge him like, hey man, you don't know. Hey, she don't know, man. Your wife is all up there.
Yeah.
She done joined the nation.
Okay.
Talk on it, brother.
That's right.
So we have to have that
That's
love
awesome.
for self.
Yes,
That's
sir.
and that love of God. That love, because it's the same.
Yes, sir.
It's the same. Love of self and love of God is the same because you are God. Every time you look in the mirror, man, you're looking at God.
Yes, sir.
Every time you look at one another, you're looking at God.
That's right.
What are we looking outside of self for?
That's
That's our damn problem.
Come on, sir. Come on, sir. Yes, sir.
See, we've been talking about, in the last time we had a discussion, and Brother Aaron taught after me, and we were both dealing with the proposition of separation.
That's right.
Right?
Yes.
And we want to separate from these people because they don't love God at all.
At all.
And they don't acknowledge God at all. In nothing that they do.
That's
Okay?
what it is.
And that's just the reality.
That's right.
But in order for us to separate, in order for us to get reparations, like my brother Ahmad loves some reparations. We on that reparations tour. You know what I'm saying? But the reality is, man, we know and understand, man, that we can't get reparations from the devil.
That's right.
What?
No, we cannot.
Right.
He's incapable.
I'm giving it to you.
He can't give you that.
Come on.
Let's talk on it.
We can't, he can't even give us separation.
All right.
Remember, the Holy Quran, right? Which is the book of scripture of the Muslims. There is no doubt in this book.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Come on, sir.
See, what does the devil do when he makes a promise? He says,
Breaks.
I promised you,
I promise.
but only to deceive you.
Only to
Yes, sir.
deceive.
Breaks it. Word is no good.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. That's right.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Listen, even when he tempts you, he says, I only called you and you came.
My,
Yes,
my,
sir.
my.
You do nothing.
That's what he said. Wow.
That's right.
Huh?
He promised you, he said, Allah promised you of truth.
That's not-
I promised you, this is the devil talking, then I failed you.
That's right. That's right.
He's telling you. He's telling you that even if he's to tell you tomorrow, okay, Brother Ahmad, and Brother Herman, I'm going to give you these reparations. He's not going to give it to you.
That's right, sir.
He's incapable. The reason why we advocate for separation and reparation
Yes, sir.
is because our people are still asleep.
See? Don't know the time.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
See, listen,
Yeah. Go ahead.
listen. This is important. This is key. we're doing this here, right, in this space, right?
Yes, sir.
They're doing this same thing in Chicago, the same thing in Los Angeles, the same thing in New Orleans, the same thing in London, England, the same thing in France, the same thing in Memphis. Pick a city.
Go ahead. Yes, sir.
And there's somebody who's hurling this same type of truth, hopefully to some of our people who have never heard it.
See? All right.
Because the mission is, once we get this truth, see, separation begins within your own mind.
Come on. Go ahead, Brother Herman. Go ahead, sir.
Once you get this truth and you say, you know what? I'm separated from my
That's right. That was itself. Go ahead.
Once you get in your mind that, look, man, I'm separated.
Come on.
I'm going to start to spend with my own.
That's right. That's right.
I'm going to be conscious of the mate that I do choose. I'm going to be conscious of loving myself and begin to eat the right foods and get my mouth out of the slave master's kitchen.
Yes, sir. Spiritually. Go ahead. Go ahead.
See, all of that thing starts with us.
It does. That's true.
But as we begin to get it, say there's 40 to 50 million black people in America. Say we all got it.
All right.
Do we need to ask the enemy to separate?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Just do what you do.
Okay.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yes,
You
sir.
don't need to ask him. Do we need to ask him for reparations?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Sure.
Man, we generate $1.3 trillion
Trillion?
Yes, sir.
annually as a people.
Yes, sir.
Black people here in America.
Yes, sir.
World.
1.3 trillion. That's not black people all over the world. That's just black people
America.
here.
Yes, sir.
So if we generate that sort of income and our mindset is separation and reparation, yeah, we're going to repair ourselves.
That's
Go
right.
ahead. Go
That's
ahead.
right.
Go
That's
ahead.
But the reason why we advocate it and we say it to the devil, we say it in his face. Look, man, we want to separate and you owe us reparations. And the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, so Cole, he put it in the program, in the Muslim program on the back page of every final call newspaper, that you owe us this. We needed a separate state, a territory of our own, and you got to sustain us for 20 to 25 years.
Go ahead.
The reason why we put it out there like that is because that is what we call justice.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
All right,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
That's a universal principle that cannot be escaped.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
One way or another.
That's right.
See, the devil, like I said, he can't give it to you because, man, it ain't in him.
You ain't in it.
But Allah, the scales of justice, man, they gotta be balanced.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Yes,
That's
sir.
And so it's gonna happen whether he wanted to or not.
right.
We have to get it into our mind that it's not about them, man. It's really about us.
That's
Yes,
right.
sir.
Yes, sir.
That's good.
It's really about self-love. It's
Yes.
about taking care of self because, of course, self-love leads to self-improvement.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Which leads to community
Uh-oh.
development.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Because once we all begin to improve ourselves, man, we can't help but to have a better community.
Yes,
That's
We
right.
can't help but to have better families,
That's
right?
right.
Better families, self better, then better families, then better communities, then better cities, then better
Yes,
nations.
yes.
You understand
Yes,
what I'm
yes.
saying? But it's a progression that we have to go through.
Work.
Absolutely. Now, in dealing with this whole self-love leading into self-improvement, you have to understand that what's going to happen once you begin to improve yourself is you're going to run up against a number of things. And many of you are going to understand exactly what I'm talking about. I think everybody's going to understand exactly
Yes, sir.
what I'm talking
Yes, sir.
about. You're going to run up against mixed feelings and controversy.
Yes,
Come
sir.
on.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
You're
sir.
in there.
We have a study guide, right? And there's actually 20 of them that were all written by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan.
Yes,
It's
sir.
a course of study called Self-Improvement, the Basis for Community Development.
Go ahead.
And the first thing that you run up against, again, it's because you loving yourself, is mixed feelings and controversy.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Because look, most of our people don't love self. They don't understand self because they don't even know they self.
Go ahead.
Sir, yes, sir.
That's real, brother.
And so when you begin to know self, you're going to look real strange to them. Because first comes that knowledge of self, then you're going to start loving yourself, then you're going to start doing different things
Yes,
in
sir.
order to improve yourself.
That's right.
So, for instance, and we've all been through it, this is an example. Once you begin to love self, you're going to care about what you put into your body.
That's
Yes,
right.
sir.
That's
Yes,
right.
sir.
That's right.
Uh-oh.
Listen, I'm gonna make a definitive statement. Y'all can try and defend it if you want to, but I don't think that you can. You cannot love yourself if you drink a 40-ounce of Old English.
I know that's right. No, that's what's real. Come on with it. Keep it going.
It's impossible.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's impossible.
Go ahead.
sir.
Because if you know what that thing is comprised of, there's no way that you would put it in your body if you cared about your body.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
That's right, brother.
It's the truth. Because alcohol content in your regular slicks, your Coors Light, any of that. Usually those, I know back in the day when I was growing up at 7-Eleven, they used to sell 3.2 beer in 7-Eleven.
yes, sir.
That's 3%, 3.2% alcohol. But the regular beer that you could get on a Sunday, or not on Sunday, but any other day other than Sunday at the liquor store would at least be 6%. They would say that malt liquor, that just depending on,
Yes, sir.
I don't know, is there a scientific way that they scoop that thing out of there? But they would say that the alcohol content in that malt liquor will be 25 to 40%
Yes, sir.
alcohol.
That's right.
Wow.
That's right.
That's crazy.
That's right.
Wow.
That is straight poison.
And that is the poison that they would advertise to our people
Intentionally.
Yes,
Go
sir.
ahead.
intentionally.
Yes.
So in all of those old hood movies, what are the brothers always drinking?
Cold 40.
Oh,
They always be
malt
drinking a 40 Old E, a 40 Coke 45. Remember
Yeah.
Billy D, Coke 45.
Always got a black man.
Or St. Ives.
Go ahead.
Yes,
St.
sir.
Ives, we used to call it.
Right.
But that level of alcohol content, if you're not used to drinking alcohol, man, it'll make you lose your damn mind.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we're drinking, you know, we eating bad food again. Look, combine some swine with that 40 ounce.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Go
Come
ahead.
on now.
Swine, a 40 ounce of
Lord
OD,
have mercy.
and a Negro. That's an explosion. But the common denominator is he don't have no self-love.
That's good.
That's right.
That's good.
So if you drinking like that and you don't have that self-love, and then now we got, you know, throw into the mix. Let's throw something else into the mix.
Yes, sir.
Some of this new bud, this new weed.
That's
This new weed that we got to talk about. That ain't like that old weed.
Chemically
You want some purple haze or some
What's that?
kush or some Incredible Hulk. They got Incredible Hulk. Incredible Hulk.
Yes,
Come on
sir.
with it, brother.
Yes,
Talk
sir.
about it.
You know, when you throw all that in, man, that's an explosion.
Yes, sir.
So again, it's about self-love.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
So if we run in those types of circles, and then all of a sudden, like I said, we begin to love ourselves, and we say, you know what? And brother officer offers us that hit or that 40. Like, nah, man, I'm good.
That's right.
I'm good, bro. I'm trying to do something else.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's how you do it.
Listen to the language, nigga. What's wrong with you?
That's real. That's so real. Oh my God.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right?
That's how they do it. That's how they do it. Oh my God.
I mean, you go into the club, you getting ready, man. You be like, man, I'm just going. I'm gonna hang out, man. I'm chilling. I ain't doing
Right, right.
What's wrong with you?
Like we gotta drink and smoke. I hear you.
You ain't drinking tonight?
What?
Nah, man, I'm good. I'm on something different, brother. I'm trying to, I'm trying to stimulate my mind, blah, blah, blah. Man, y'all ain't got this thing, man. This thing crazy.
Yeah, we can't cool. Yeah.
Because
Got
it's
3 heads.
self-love.
That's right. That's what's up. Yep.
You at the barbecue, right? Same scenario. You at the barbecue, everybody drinking and smoking and eating, and they got, they got ribs and fried chicken and whatever it is that we eat. And they say, they pass the ribs, and you be like, man, you know what? I was down there with the brothers, man, and man, that swine ain't no good, brother. I'm gonna leave that alone. Just give me some of that chicken.
Go ahead.
What's wrong with you?
That's so real. They be tripping.
They go nuts, like, man, Uncle Junior prepared these ribs, man. Look at it, man. That thing slide off the bone, bro. All you gotta do is pull it right off,
Yes, sir.
But that's what they ask. What's wrong with you?
Yes, sir. They do.
Not what's right with you.
Right.
Right.
What's wrong with you?
That's
Yes,
good.
sir.
Yes, sir.
That's good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's real. That's real.
Mixed feelings and controversy.
Yes.
You down there hang with them Muslims?
Come on now.
Come on,
You
talk
know
about
the
it.
niggas hate white people, right?
Okay. Well, they say they died. That's what I
Say
get.
that,
You
dude.
know the niggas kill Malcolm.
Okay, right.
Oh, that's what they always say.
Tell the truth.
Come on,
Mixed
brother.
feelings and controversy. That is.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, bro.
But that's the language that
Right.
you hear.
It is.
Yes,
It
it
is.
is. Talk about
It
it.
is hate white people.
Yeah.
Damn.
They hate us.
I mean, that should be the question. Like, why do they hate white people?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Question.
Hello.
Because it's self-love, and we don't advocate love. I mean, hate
No, we
in
don't.
any sort of way. However, if there is somebody who should hate white people,
It
it
should
should
be
be
us.
us.
That's right.
That's right. That's right.
And here's the thing, man. This is how you know that they don't care about us. Michael Jackson said that they don't care about us.
Sure did.
I know that they don't care about us.
Yes, sir.
It's because they never ask the question when it comes to Jewish people as to why they feel the way that they feel about Hitler.
Right.
Come on with
Come on,
this.
sir.
They don't ever question that.
That's right.
Right.
That's never.
If a Jew man go in on some Germans or Nazis, man, look,
It's justified.
Yeah,
it's
That's
justified.
right. That's right.
Hey, they ain't tripping.
Okay.
But us,
Mm.
nah, don't go around. They teach hate. They teach hate.
Right.
So that's the first thing that you're gonna deal with is mixed feelings and controversy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And it's gonna keep coming, you know what I mean? It don't stop. The next thing, and that's the first study guide, by the way.
Yes,
in
sir.
that
Okay.
course of study that we talked
Yes, sir.
about.
Okay.
Mixed feelings and controversy and how to deal with it, because all of the prophets that we mentioned in our opening, all of them, they were confronted with mixed feelings and controversy. Anytime you come to a people and you try to give them something that will elevate them, that will help them to manifest self-love, you're going to deal with mixed feelings and controversy, because those who have benefited from us hating one another, they don't want you to stop.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? Because they profit off of our hatred of one another. They profit off of our
That's good. They really
They
do.
profit off of
Yes,
the
they do.
fact that we don't love self.
That's right.
They do.
That's
They
right.
do.
That's right.
And as long as we don't love self, they continue to roll on, man. Roll
that's
on.
right. That's right.
The next piece, the next study guide, deals with building human potential.
I love that.
That's my favorite.
I love
Go
that.
ahead.
Yes, sir.
I love that part.
Yes, sir.
It's building.
I love it because, you know, when we come into the nation, or when we come into knowledge, just when we understand who we are as a people, that's powerful.
Yes, it is.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
The black man is the original man.
Yes, sir.
Making the only the cream of the planet Earth.
God. Come on now.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yes,
That's
sir.
powerful. That make your head just swell, man. And it should.
It should.
But what's lost a lot of times is, because that's who we are generally. That's who we are as a people. That's who we are as a potential. That is our intrinsic nature. That is who we are in regards to the divine.
Yes.
But who are you personally?
Mhm.
See, that's what gets lost amongst even those of us who are so-called conscious.
That's
Yes.
right.
Yes, sir.
That's right. Talk about that.
Yes, sir.
Process.
Because in order to be who we are ultimately, now we have to realize our full potential.
Our full potential.
If the most honorable Elijah Muhammad said that he didn't come to make a nation of followers,
Uh-oh.
he came to make a nation of
God.
gods.
Go ahead.
That's what he said. That's what he said. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If that is the truth, then that means that each one of us has to realize our full human potential.
Yes, yes, yes.
Come on.
And see, that lays a heavy responsibility on us
Yeah.
personally.
Yes,
Sir.
See that part right there? We can't blame the minister.
No.
We can't blame the captain.
No,
We
we're
can't
not.
blame the secretary.
No.
We can't
No.
blame the lieutenant.
Nope.
We
Yes,
can't
sir.
blame our wives.
Nope.
We can't blame our husbands.
Come on.
We can't blame our children.
Come on.
We can't blame nobody
Nobody.
but self.
But
Yes, sir.
That's good.
And so when we realize that and we internalize that fact, that building our own human potential is our own responsibility and really depends upon, again, that level of
Self-love.
self-love.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Come on, brother.
Oh,
That's right.
man.
Got this. Yes,
It's
sir.
a beautiful thing.
Yes, sir.
It is. It is.
It's a beautiful thing because then you begin to struggle, right?
Right.
Because you got to struggle with yourself in order to become your best
That's
self.
right.
That's
sir.
right. That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
Struggle is ordained.
Yes,
brother.
it
It's
is.
gonna happen one
It's
way or
ordained. It's going to happen one way or another. But it is the way that we view struggle that is problematic.
That's
Yes, sir.
good.
Come on with it. That's real.
See, a lot of us frown upon failure. We frown upon struggle.
Yes, sir.
We think that whenever struggle enters into our lives, we're being punished.
Yes,
Or a
sir.
lot of times, think this over. When you know people like this, that God don't even love them because of some struggle that they're going through. That God is punishing them because of some struggle that they're going through.
Come on.
And that's real. That's a heavy duty thing.
Yes,
but
sir.
the reality is, at the end of every struggle,
What?
oh man, there's a reward.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Right.
Go ahead.
The
Go
Quran
ahead.
says that surely after difficulty comes ease.
Yes, you did, brother.
Yes,
Come
sir.
on with it.
But after that, here comes some more difficulty.
Yes, sir. Yes,
And
sir.
then here comes some more
Yes,
ease.
sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
But as you overcome each obstacle,
Yeah.
as you get through each
Come
struggle,
on, sir.
there should be something that you could look at in that struggle as a lesson.
Yes, sir. Come on with it.
There should be something that you could look at in that difficulty as a building block to ultimately become your greatest self.
That's right.
But if you don't see it like that, man, your vision is distorted.
Yes.
Because also in the scripture, Allah says that He loved those whom He loved. He chased the smut. So if you get your behind whooped all the time, you should be thankful and be like, that guy really loves me.
That's right, brother. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You really should.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Because and the greater level of love, man, and the greater level of your potential, truthfully, the greater level of chastisement you're going to have. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan says it all the time, man, that you don't judge a man by his friends.
Judge him by his
You judge a man by his enemies.
I love that.
So you got great enemies, man. You destined for a great part. That's real talk, man. That's real. That's real.
Yes, sir. Ooh, that's good.
Now we're running up on time, but I wanted to touch on things because, you know, we're talking about being our greatest selves. We're talking about self-love, and I wanted to talk on just briefly, man, the disciples of Jesus.
Yes, sir.
Just briefly, because I say the disciples of Jesus because I'm talking about us.
Come on now.
Y'all missed that?
Go ahead.
Come on, sir.
I'm talking about the disciples of Jesus because I'm really talking about us.
Yes, sir. Come on with it.
Because the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan teach us that the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, that only 25% of it is history.
Yes, sir.
Come
I'm
on.
going to say that again. Only 25%. 1/4 of that book is about history. It's historically based.
Yes, it is.
That 75% or 3/4 of that book is prophecy.
Okay.
So when you talk about Jesus, then that means that there's got to be a prophetic Jesus that didn't live 2,000 years ago,
Yes,
but
sir.
actually lives
Today.
Yes, sir.
And if there's a prophetic Jesus that lives today, there he is.
Go ahead.
If there's a prophetic Jesus that lives today, then he has to have disciples
Yes.
Yes, sir.
or apostles.
Yes, sir.
Now,
Go ahead.
here's the thing. Disciples, that word comes from the same root as discipline.
That's right.
That means that, you know, in terms of self-love, once we embrace self-love, we begin to put certain disciplines on ourselves,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
And that is so good. That's so good.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Because you start to eat a certain way.
Right.
You live a certain way. You pray. You make your prayers and you fast and you know you give in charity and you do all of these things and they're good. You give to the needy. You give to the poor. And it's a discipline type of thing.
Yes,
And
sir.
you know we just came off of Ramadan not too long ago and
Yes.
one of the things that we learned during Ramadan is that fasting strengthens discipline. Right? It helps you to become a more disciplined person.
Yes, sir.
But consider this. Coming up in our discipleship. At one point, did Jesus leaves?
That's right.
Come on,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Now, how many of the disciples stuck around? Think this over. If y'all know some Bible, let me know. How many of the disciples stuck around when Jesus went to the cross?
Come on, sir.
One.
Was it one?
That's it.
One.
Sir.
Was it even one? Which one was it?
John.
John.
John stuck with it?
But he was kind of running too, though, right?
Yes,
He
sir.
lied.
That's
Y'all
right.
do the most.
Right?
Yes,
Come on,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Peter denied him 3 times.
Before the cock.
Before the cock.
That's right.
Those were the disciples.
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
And this is something that we have to consider in the way that we approach this thing from this point forward,
Right,
man,
sir.
as believers, not just in the Nation of Islam, but as believers in God and how we're going to move. It's good to be a disciple, but it would be better to be an apostle.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Now, Paul was considered to be an apostle,
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
When the Honorable Elijah Muhammad spoke about the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan,
Yeah.
he compared him to being Peter and being Paul.
Yes, sir.
But at one point he said, I don't like Peter.
That's right. That's what he said.
Wow.
He said, you be Paul.
That's right.
Yes,
Because
sir.
remember, Peter denied him 3 times.
That's right.
And we can run through the history of the Nation of Islam and when the most Honorable Elijah Muhammad departed
Accurate.
and Minister Farrakhan denied his messenger.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
3
sir.
years. Go ahead, sir.
3 years. And when you think it over, that was a phase. He was Peter in that phase.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
But when he rebuilt or began rebuilding the work of his father, the most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, he's Paul now.
Yes, sir. That's right.
Now, I've just been talking about and we've just been using as our material the study guides.
Yes, sir.
Self-improvement, the basis for community development, right?
Yes, sir.
Paul was a writer.
Yes.
Did you all know that?
That's
Yes,
right.
sir.
The epistles of
Come
Paul.
on now.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
sir.
right.
Right?
Yes,
He's a
sir.
writer.
Yes.
The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan wrote
Yes.
all of these study guides. Did y'all catch that?
That's
Yes,
awesome.
sir.
Go ahead.
That's awesome.
sir.
That's awesome.
It's good.
He's an apostle. But the beauty of this is he is our example. See, we can be apostles too.
Go ahead, brother.
Yes, sir.
We don't have to be disciples.
Go ahead.
A disciple, like I said, that's a good place to be in at a certain phase, but an apostle, and I'm going to read a definition for you. First off, a disciple comes from the Old English disciple. It means a pupil, student, follower. Said to be from discere, which is Latin, which means to learn. Right? An apostle comes from the Old English apostol, which means messenger. Messenger, envoy, literally a person sent forth. A person sent forth.
Yes, sir.
So I say that to say we can be disciples in the way that we carry this, but understand that a disciple is one who has something put on him. And he moves based upon that which has been put on him,
Okay.
his respective discipline.
Yes, sir.
Whereas an apostle has something that has been put in him.
Go ahead.
That's good.
Yes, sir.
That's good.
Yes, sir.
And he's sent forth to carry that which
Yes.
has been put
In.
in him to bring others to the master.
Yes,
That's
sir.
right. That's right.
That's good.
So in this space that we're in right now, brothers and sisters, if we want to really help serve, which is, I hope, is what we all want to do,
Yes.
we have to internalize everything that we've been given.
That's right. Good.
Because the hour is going to get dark.
Dark. Yes, sir.
it's going to get extremely dark.
That's right.
But the only thing that is going to save us is what we have in us.
That's good.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
And we can still help save our people with the light that we have from this beautiful sun right here. With the light that he's deposited in each and every one of us. And that's the hour that we're living in. That's the hour that we're fast approaching with the quickness, because the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan does have a rendezvous with destiny.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Rendezvous with justice.
Yes, sir.
And you know, we're talking him up, and I hope you all understand why we're talking him up. If you really knew who the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan was and everything that he has done for us,
We
you
don't.
would understand why we're
Yes,
talking
sir.
him up.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead,
Yes,
we
sir.
know, but go
But the
ahead.
reality is, man, that he is a light, man, that has no equal in this world.
Come on
That's
now.
right.
Come on now.
He really is, and I can't overstate that.
That's right.
I can't overstate that. Yes, he's a man. We don't worship him. We don't worship no one and no one but Allah.
Yes.
But he is Allah's man in our midst.
That's right.
in this
That's
hour.
right. That's
Yes,
right.
sir.
That's right.
Without question of doubt. Go ahead.
Without question. So we want to be apostles.
Yes, sir.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
We
sir.
want to love self. Love self first. We want to be the best human beings that we can be
Yes.
Yes, sir.
and grow into our full potential.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Praise be to Allah.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Praise be to
Go
Allah.
ahead.
Yes,
Now we're running up on time. And I want to thank you all for coming out. And I hope that what we said was delivered that you received it in the spirit that we tried to deliver it in. It's coming from the heart, man, and from a place where I'm really beginning to see some things now that, you know, in my 27 years in the nation that I didn't see before. But the most important thing is that we internalize everything the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has given us.
Yes, sir.
Be it his study guides, be it his, we have these new FY modules for the brothers, all the material that we've been given. Our studies are extremely important in this hour,
Yes, sir.
extremely important. And so I want to thank you all for listening. Thank you for being so attentive, for being so patient. Thank you for coming to the Knowledge Cafe today. The book, Message to the Black Man, is available here at the Knowledge Cafe. See Brother Gerald, they're $10, Brother Gerald, is that right? Praise be to Allah.
Yes.
Pick up this latest edition of the Final Call
Yes.
newspaper, that's $2. I want to thank you all for coming. I'm going to leave you as I greeted you in peace. Assalamu alaikum. Now I want to say we're right up on time, praise Allah. But before we get out of here, I have a few questions, but I wanted to know from our brothers who are here. Brothers I don't recognize, it's good to see you brothers who are here for your first
My
time.
name is Kid.
Yes sir, Brother Ken.
Sir, my name is Kid.
Yes sir.
I felt like you was talking to me personally.
Oh man, praise
I'm going through real
Allah.
talk. Man,
Praise be to Allah. In the Nation of Islam, we're not a church, right?
Yes, sir.
We're your brothers, you know what I'm saying? And we just want to bring a knowledge that's going to help you to improve your life. But
That's right.
the thing is, we know that whenever, if this is your first time, that this is a different experience. So what we allow that a lot of churches don't allow.
I've been around it.
Oh,
My brothers
praise
are
be to
Muslim.
Allah. Yes, sir. Praise
I've
be
been
to
around
Allah.
it. I
Okay.
need to study it though.
Yes, sir. Well, are there?
Everything you were saying, I feel like it was directed personally to me.
Yes, sir.
When
Brother
I'm
Ken.
going through my life,
Yes, sir.
I know I'm a better man than I am right now.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
I know I can get it together.
I see you, brother.
I know I
I
can.
see
I
you.
don't know what I'm playing with.
Yes, sir. Well, man, you're in the right place
Yeah.
right now.
Yes, sir.
But what I was going to ask is, are there any questions that you wanted to ask about what you heard? You are my brother. What's your name, big brother?
No, everything.
Brother Gerald.
Another Gerald.
Yeah, praise the Lord.
That's my blood relative.
Oh, yes, sir. So are there any questions you brothers had about anything that you heard today?
Myself.
Yes,
I
sir.
really did it because I was convicted.
Yes, sir. Praise be to Allah. Oh, man, beautiful. All right, Brother Ken and Brother Gerald, man, I want to thank you, man, for coming. Brother Aaron, thank you. Brother James, thank you. Brother Gerald, thank you, brother, for going to get our sister. I know she got up, she had to go.
Yes, sir.
But, you know, that's the work, man, is bringing our people
Yes,
and to hear this great word, because that's the only way we're going to be able to get this self-love, separate, and repair ourselves.
Yes, sir. That's
Right?
right. That's right.
But for you brothers who are here, and for everybody in the room, do you believe that what you heard here today was the truth and is good for our people?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Praise be to Allah. It was the truth and it is good for our people. Praise be to Allah. This last question, brother, requires a bit of action. And that is, if you believe that it's true and it's good for our people, and you would like to stand here, brother, and help learn, man. Learn more and more about yourself. Become a disciple. Become an apostle. And help us to get this word over to the rest of our people so that we can do what we're really supposed to do. If you would like to do that, Brother Ken or Brother Gerald, please stand right where you are. You know what I'm saying? Just learn more. You're not joining anything. You're not joining anything. Praise be to God. Brother Ken, I'd like to honor you in your hand, brother.
Yes, sir.
Your hand, brother. Welcome. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Praise be to Allah. Well, that's it, family. Do we have some announcements, Brother Gerald?
Yes, sir.
Brother Afsar? We're going to bring up Brother
Absolutely.
Afsar. Let me bring up our beloved Brother Secretary and Student Coordinator, Brother Afsar Muhammad. Again, I want to greet you in peace. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Well,